Hey everybody, I totally switched up the whole game. I was going to wear it all red, but it just didn't look right. Of course, I'm still in my flats because of my knee. It's doing better, but I don't want to re-aggravate it by putting heels on. Here are my earrings. They're black and red. Bangle. This whole outfit's from Lane Bryant. I love it. It's like a real sheer with a black tank top under it. It's built in, and this is my outfit of the day. Y'all can see that. I'm late, y'all, so I have got to run. Anyway, God bless, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Tanya Lady T, and this is another edition of All Aboard. Let's get on this train. Happy Tuesday morning, y'all. If y'all have already seen, I did an upload on a outfit of the day. It was a get ready with me, but it was just too long, and I don't feel like editing it, and all that good stuff. So I just did a quick outfit of the day. But I did want to get on here and talk about something, because while I was doing my get ready with me, that is not a get ready, because y'all won't see it. But anyway, I was listening to the Joe Madison show. That's one of the morning shows that I listen to in the morning to, you know, what happened? What happened while we was asleep? You know, get the news. Anyway, you know, of course, the big ordeal now is why he was allowing people to call in and voice their opinion as to why Donald Trump should not release his taxes. Of course, he has told us that the reason why he has not released his taxes was because he was being audited. And of course, the IRS says, no, that has nothing to do with it. You still can release your taxes. Well, nonetheless, he has opted at this particular day and time, July the 9th, he still has not released his taxes. So of course there's pressure from the left and blah 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 for him to release his taxes, because he was so forceful about Obama releasing his, and he was so forceful about Obama producing his birther, meaning his birth certificate. So, you know, with all that said, I want to just speak on taxes, really and truly. I understand some people have they have taxes that they have an accountant do their taxes, or they have a service like H&R Block, or probably somewhere in their local community in which they live, there's someone there that does taxes, and they just drop off their W-2s and any other paperwork, and someone does their taxes. And let me just say this, I have always done my taxes. My dad used to do my taxes probably over the last probably 5 years. My dad started doing it because he was part of a program with AARP that if you made under, if you made under $100,000, you could go there and they would do your taxes. So anyway, he was like over that in his region where we live. And of course, you know, love you, Daddy, rest in peace. He no longer, of course, does it. And so for the past probably couple of years, I've gone back to doing my own taxes. And I understand the tax code can be very complicated. It can be very technical. And it's one of those things, it's like, I don't want to do it. I'd rather pay somebody to handle it. And that's all well and good if they're doing your taxes properly and correctly, and that they are properly doing the correct deductions and or the proper things that you can qualify for. So the reason why I want to get on here and talk about something this very important is that I don't care who does your taxes, you better know what you're signing. A lot of people, you know, like I said, they don't want to deal with it. All they do is hand over their tax information to people, and they sign it, and you know, when they tell you they're ready, they let you know, because most people, all I want to know either how much I gotta pay or how much money I'm gonna get back. And again, it's a beautiful thing if you have people that you trust and they're properly handling your taxes. But let me tell you something, you mess around and get audited, and you don't have an agreement with that tax preparer that, okay, if something go to the left, I need you to be able to help defend me so that I don't have to pay back taxes. And keep in mind, any of those back taxes that you were not eligible for to receive, you have to pay interest on that. So I urge anyone, take a taxes for dummies course. Hey, there might even be a video out here on YouTube on how to do a simple tax return. Let me tell you something. I've always done my taxes, and whenever I ran into a snag when I wanted to see if I qualified for this or that, I called the IRS right up. I mean, I had to wait for like 30 minutes, but they'll eventually get on the line and they'll walk you through line 7 or line 8 or whatever line on that tax return. It's just a simple phone call. Or at least if you having someone prepare your taxes, have them walk you through, okay, what did you do? You may not have done the simple math and adding or subtracting, you know, basic arithmetic, but at least you should have some knowledge of what your taxes entails. And I'm going to tell you, the IRS is not playing. They're putting folks in jail. Ask Wesley Snipes. Ask some of these reality stars that are getting busted and having to spend 15 months in jail for tax fraud. I mean, you know, it's serious business. So I just thought it important to come on here and discuss that, because I have a lot of young people who ask me about, you know, taxes and all they're interested in, the earned income credit and all that stuff. Now, if you qualify for that, that's a beautiful thing. But also understand, you got cousin Riri over here doing your taxes and claiming everybody in the neighborhood, and then when that person go up there and try to claim their own kids, they can't, because you done already got their earned income credit. See, that mess is fraudulent, and that kind of stuff make me go, no, because honey, I like my freedom too well. And like I said, the only taxes that I do are mine and my son's taxes. But like I said, if I have a question because he has a child, and you know, his mother, excuse me, his baby mama, my granddaughter's mom, you know, I make sure that I talk to both of them and say, okay, how, you know, because you can claim 50% of the child. The parent claims 50%, the mother claims 50% because they have shared custody. Or like some people do, they say, okay, this year you claim her for federal, next year. So alternate years, you know, you claim the child so that both of you can reap the benefit of any kind of earned income credit that they are due. So there's a lot of things that are permissible. You just got to make sure that you follow the letter of the law. But like I said, I'm not on here. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a certified accountant or tax accountant or attorney. I'm none of that. I'm just putting it out there. People, I understand that taxes can be, the tax code is ridiculous. It really is. It should just be overhauled. But I did want to just come on here and just say, y'all better take the time and just learn how simple tax returns are done. They put those publications out there for a reason, so that, you know, you can read those terms and conditions as it relates to you filling out your tax return. And it looks hard, but really, it's really simple, basic arithmetic. You figure out what you're allowed as deductibles, and you figure out what credits, tax credits, that you are eligible for as well. So anyway, I just thought I'd get on here. It may sound boring, but I'm gonna tell you, as we move and have our being within this society, we better know what we need to do to enjoy that abundant life. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've got a couple of friends now that filled out their tax return, or had someone else fill out their tax returns, and it was not allowed. Certain deductions were not allowed, and here it is 2 and 3 years later, they getting a knock on the door, if you will, or a letter in the mail from the IRS being audited, stating that, hey, you weren't supposed to take this deduction or X, Y, and Z. And then they found themselves on a payment plan, an unexpected payment plan. And I know some people that have a $13,000 tax bill, and they're having to make payments monthly payments to satisfy that tax debt, and that could throw a monkey wrench in any household. So anyway, I was just, like I said, as I was listening to them talk about that and I thought, you know what, forget, you know, Donald Trump, he is who he is. But again, there's a lesson to be learned from all of us. For those who just hand your paperwork to people, it's a beautiful thing if you trust them. But let me tell you, most companies that do those tax returns, they don't have an agreement that they're going to go with you to fight the IRS or something, go to the left. You're going to have to either hire a lawyer, or you're going to have to bite the monkey and pay what the IRS say you owe. You know, like I said, there's a few firms that, you know, if you roll in dough like that, and they'll say, okay, hey, if anything go to the left on your tax returns, we'll have our tax attorney standing fully present to represent you. But for the most of us, the other, let's say 90% of us, cousin Riri doing your taxes, even sometimes H&R Blocks or the Jackson Hewitt or all these other tax conglomerates, you're gonna pay a premium in order to retain them for the, whether it be litigation, whatever. You're gonna pay a premium if they're gonna come on board, if something go to the left, or if they guarantee that tax return. You're gonna pay a premium on that. But you know, the neighbor next door, guess what? The IRS sees your signature. You are responsible for what you sign on your tax return. But anyway, I done ran my mouth long enough on that. But, you know, like I said, with all our getting, get an understanding. And please understand, y'all, I am not a tax attorney. I am not a CPA. I'm just a consumer of goods and services. And I work here within this tax code that we all have to pay our taxes. And I just felt the need to just put that out there for y'all that need to, you know, be careful what you sign, know what you're signing. And that's in any contract, really. But anyway, I done ran my mouth long enough. I'm gonna be very busy this week. I had to hire a new person in my department, so I'm doing training with this young lady, very smart young lady. So anyway, I'll be busy, you know, with her. So, you know, when you're training somebody, you got to train a person, then you got to catch up on your work, and by the time you get home in the evening, you're kaput. So anyway, I'll try to get as many videos up so y'all can just see what's going on with your girl, Lady T. But other than that, if I don't see you no more this week, God bless you, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye, y'all.